to the show. Today we see how great life can be in an Epcon community with behind-the-scenes looks at the amenities and partners that can help you live well every day. And we find out new ways to make retirement pay off for your life. Plus a special way for you to help the Ronald McDonald House support thousands more families of very ill children. So join us for a feel-good show. Not everybody has a personal attachment story to the Ronald McDonald House, but you do. Can you share some of that?
In August, 12 years ago, my son had decided to quit playing football, and my wife was very happy about that because she was worried about him getting hurt. And it was hard for Dad, but we were fine with it. But we had to go to the football game anyways because his sisters were cheerleading. So we went up to the football game, and at the football game, we got the message that no parent wants to get.
Right.
Mark had had a tragic accident. He was on his way to Children's Hospital. So we hustled down to Children's Hospital. We had nothing with us at all. And Mark was in intensive care. We spent 6 months at Ronald McDonald House. And Shawn, I can tell you, one of the most wonderful things that happened to me during that awful period was you spend the day with your child thinking only about your child and what you can do. You come back to the house and you get met with the most beautiful smiles and hugs from the volunteers and the staff, and all of a sudden things feel better. And so my experience at Ronald McDonald House was such that I knew that I was in love with it and was going to be with Ronald McDonald for the rest of my life.
To feel that love, I think that's a big portion of why this expansion is really important to everybody. Can you explain a little bit about what this next phase is going to be?
Well, this is a fabulous phase, and the community has endorsed it, you know, 100%. We're adding 80 new rooms to the house. And when we talk about the house, it seems kind of silly because it's not a house, it's a big hotel is what it is, only it's got the love of a home. So we'll have over 200 rooms here at Ronald McDonald House, which these new rooms allow us to literally service thousands of additional families over the years.
So Bruce, people that want to contribute right now, tell us about the current fundraising campaign.
Well, we've got a campaign continuing on for the community. We opened it up to the entire community called A Million Reasons. And there are a million reasons to help Ronald McDonald House. And you can see it with all the people that are served here. We literally serve tens of thousands of meals. Thousands of people every year get to come to Ronald McDonald House. It costs them nothing. They don't have to worry about money or pulling out a credit card or giving a deposit. And they get board and room, and it literally saves more than $10 million for the community that stays here, so they don't have to worry about that when they're at the hospital.
That's incredible. Tammy, you've been on the board for quite some time. How long?
15 years.
15 years.
Yes, I was a baby.
Okay.
Yes.
Me too. But you came here, though, not because you had a personal attachment to the Ronald McDonald House. What drew you here?
So I happened to know the CEO, Dee Anders, and she invited me for a tour. And if you haven't had a tour, we're going to get you on a tour before you leave, too, because once you have a chance to see this place, it captures your heart. And it makes you want to do all that you can to support the house and, more importantly, the families.
Have you had the opportunity to commingle and talk to some of these families? And what do they say?
You know what? We are so lucky because every board meeting, we start it with a family who comes in and shares their experience. And we are always asking them, what can we do better? Time and time again, they're like, this place is amazing. But we're also fortunate because occasionally they'll give us a nugget and it's like, oh, good idea. We need to really capture that and go for it.
So you're going to expand to allow more families to have the privilege and the joy of having this kind of support. All right, so the campaign itself, how can people contribute?
Oh, thank you for asking. So we are so close. We've already raised nearly $40 million.
That's great.
We need to get to $45 million,
Okay.
which we think we're on a good path. But anyone who's watching us today, we would love it if they could step up and support. And that's why I think also for viewers, it's great to know that like stepping up to support doesn't always mean just handing over a check. Here at the house, there are so many volunteer opportunities. Every day we're fixing breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all of our guests. So that's a great entry place to come. You can bring your family and do it together. It's really a fabulous opportunity.
Well, you wouldn't want me cooking, I can promise you that.
We have a chef on staff who will guide you.
That's good to know.
Yes.
But again, it's encouraging people in the community to be able to pitch in and help out, because you just can't put a price on what this means to families.
Everything is thought of for the families to make it easy for them.
We're going to get community support for it, for sure.
Absolutely. We're so excited for it.
You know, we're in this beautiful setting and you can hear an occasional bullfrog, which I know right away brings something to mind for you.
Well, yes, it's the bullfrog plan for retirement.
Okay, tell me.
Don't croak too early.
All right, there you go. So people are planning for retirement. There are some fears involved in that, and you know, you have to be ready for the risk. What would you recommend people?
Well, when you look at retirement, you're coming in, you're at that point now, and you're going to say, what are the things that could really derail us?
Right.
And I'll kind of go through those, because those are common risks. The first risk that you have, and we mentioned last time, is the tax rate risk.
Sure.
What's going to happen to taxes in the future?
Right.
So you need to prepare for that. A second risk is people automatically think of market risk. What happens if I have all my money in the market and the market tumbles?
Yeah.
Well, I tie that with a thing called sequence of returns. In a market where the market correction happens, where you're taking that 30-40% hit,
Okay.
if that happens early on in your retirement, you are likely to run out of money in about year 12 to 15. If it happens in year 25 or year 30, you'll survive it without any problem at all.
Okay.
So it's all when that market correction is going to happen and when you're retiring. So you have to plan for that sequence of return and that market risk. You also then have, and we're seeing a lot right now, is inflation risk.
Yes.
What am I going to do when costs are going up 10 to 12%, nice conservatively, 8%.
Okay.
Costs are going up 8%, but I'm getting a 1.5% increase in my
Or I never planned for that in my income planning.
Right, and or my income is stagnant.
Right.
It's not going up. That could really have you run out of money 15 years early.
Okay.
So then you also have, which is when we talked about briefly, which is a long-term care risk.
Okay.
The chances of a couple having a long-term care crisis, one of them at age 65 is 70%.
Oh my gosh.
And when you have that long-term care crisis, the person who really suffers is the survivor.
Of course.
Or the kids or the grandkids, the legacy where they're going to pass that money. So that's there.
Okay.
Then you have the one that magnifies them all.
This is really depressing. No, I'm kidding.
Well, actually, this could be a good one, and that's the longevity risk.
Oh, good. Okay.
And that means how long you're going to live. And on the downside is you don't want to outlive your money.
Truth.
But the longevity risk is the one that magnifies all the others, because the longer you live, the more chances of a long-term care crisis, the more chances of inflation, more chances of tax rate risk, more chances of a market correction. So that longevity risk is the multiplier. So you start with that. You try to say, am I going to have enough money to last the rest of my life? Now, how do we address the rest of the concerns? That's really how you look at an income plan in retirement, not just an accumulation plan.
And those numbers, those longevity numbers, they scale up. I mean, people are living longer and longer.
Actually, mortality right now is on a downward trend.
Oh, is it?
But once you hit age 65, it's on a major upward trend.
Okay.
Right now, if you're a married couple at 65, or you're a couple at 65, you've got a 40% chance that one of you gets to age 90.
Wow.
You have an 18% chance that one of you gets to 100. And I think to your 88, you've got around a 65% chance that both of you get to age 88. So when you look at those numbers, how many people have only planned to go to age 82 or 83? And they went, well, our money will last until then, but now what? So that's all part of planning. And if you remove the tax rate risk, everything else can come into play. If you put yourself in a position where taxes aren't going to take a big chunk of your money, your money's always going to last longer. It's so easy to say, well, it takes me 6 years to get this done. Even if I'm retired, I can make the changes so that I remove those risks beyond age 75. So absolutely, you can't be too old.
Have you experienced that story with any of your clients that they've, all of a sudden they've realized, we didn't plan this correctly?
Pretty much everyone I talk to
Really?
has a situation where they're going, oh my gosh, I just did a workshop last Tuesday, and I was meeting with people, and they were going, people would come up after class and said, I'm putting all my money into our tax-deferred bucket. I need to have a Roth. What do I do? So everyone is in that circumstances. What's so great, all you have to do is make shifts. Just subtle shifts, and you can put yourself in a position where you don't have to worry about any of those risks.
It sounds like a plan. And as you said, my friend, don't croak
Don't
early.
croak early.
Don't croak early. Mike, thanks so much.
You're
I
welcome.
know people can contact you for more.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much again.
Send your summer into overdrive on Ohio's Rock and Ride Road Trip. Turn up the fun at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. And hit thrilling new heights at Cedar Point. Then take in the sweet sights and sounds of Ohio's Amish country. Get ready to roll on Ohio's Rock and Ride Road Trip. Find it here at ohio.org.
Nanette, Epcon communities are amazing.
Thank you. They are.
Tell us about it.
So we build homes for low maintenance homes. So anyone who's really interested in low maintenance, we're the builder for you.
And the transitioning is important.
It is very important, and it can be kind of complicated. And so we bring partners alongside to help our clients with that. One of them is Lori Murphy with Element One Staging.
So you've done some of this, huh, Lori?
I have.
Like staging a house. What is that like, and what have you done for Epcon communities?
Well, for Epcon, they have a lot of spec homes, obviously. They want to get sold, so they'll give me a call, and I come in and stage their vacant homes. And many times they have gone into contract the day after we stage them, the first buyers that walk through like that.
Wow. What's the difference?
The difference is huge. When people walk into a vacant home, they feel like it's just an empty home,
Right.
or a house. And once it's staged, we really make it feel like a home to people. So when they walk in, they have an idea of the lifestyle they would be living.
Right.
A lot of times people like the open concept homes, but when it's empty, they have no idea where they're going to put their furniture. So home staging gives them an idea of how they can arrange furniture. And we do it in such a way that we don't take away from the beautiful fixtures or the amenities that are already in the home.
Yeah. I know that for some people, they'll think, oh, what is that additional cost? Is it expensive to be staging a home?
I think a lot of people think that it's expensive, but usually it's really less than 1% of the listing price.
Oh, wow.
A lot of times it's half of that. One of the things that we do for our clients, we provide a professional photographer to take the real estate photos. So now they have beautiful photos online, and we all know that that's where people are looking first to buy a house. So it really captures the buyers out there. We work for flippers, investors, builders, realtors, homeowners. We do specialize in vacant homes, but if somebody's living in their home, we also do consultations, so we can go into the home, help them with what they need to pack, maybe some things that they need to get rid of, just to make the home look a little more open, and so that when buyers come through, they focus on the house and not the stuff.
Oh, what a nice partner you are for Epcon communities. Well, staging clearly important, and it works, but for those who don't want to stage and show their home, we have other Epcon partners for that too.
Shawn, you know, not everyone wants to sell their home the conventional method. And for those that don't, we have a great partner in Open Door. I want to introduce you to Alex.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Hi, Shawn. Alex Toth. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm going to let you guys talk.
We'll do it. I want to
Thank
sit
you
down
for
a
having
minute.
me.
I want to find out what you do. Open Door, tell me all about it.
Perfect. So, Shawn, Open Door is a one-stop shop to buy or sell your home. So we're a fast, easy, and certain solution for homeowners looking to sell their current home to unlock their equity for their next move.
We're talking cash.
Exactly. We're talking cash. So the process for the customer is really simple.
Okay.
They go online to opendoor.com, they answer a few questions about their home, and then we instantly give them an offer range.
Wow.
If the customer likes the offer range on their home, they can go ahead and do a quick virtual tour with one of our customer experience partners. The whole process is digital and online. There's no stagings, no showings, nothing like that. And then all you have to do if you like our final offer after that assessment is go ahead and pick your closing date.
That's simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah, so is there truth to also what's good about it in the terms of the Epcon communities is that you get your cash offer, but you don't have to move out of your home right away, and you can wait until your new home is built here. Right?
That's exactly correct. And Epcon's a great partner. And I think the easiest way to talk about how that works with Epcon is to just take an example family like the Jones family.
Okay.
So the Jones family tours one of these beautiful Epcon communities. They find the home that they love. And then the Epcon sales associate says, hey, why don't you get an offer from Open Door? So that customer then goes ahead and inputs their information, does everything we just talked about, and then gets that offer range. Once they like that, they move forward with their virtual assessment and get that final net cash number that they're going to get on their home. And so what that allows them to do is to go ahead and go into contract with us so that we eliminate the contingency. So it allows Epcon to start building the home for that customer. And then the customer stays in their home the entire time their new home's being built.
That sounds pretty perfect.
Yep, a very common pain point when buying new construction is that double move. And so we eliminate that. The customer stays in their home the entire time their new Epcon home is being built. We have a simultaneous closing. It's one seamless and easy transaction.
Sounds like a win-win.
It absolutely is.
It's another good reason to be in the Epcon communities, right?
Exactly.
Oh, wait, I gotta ask, are the Joneses happy in their new home?
The Joneses are very happy.
So glad to hear it. Alex, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Shawn. Great to meet you.
You too.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees.
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
There are so many reasons to love Epcon communities, but one which may help you with the home buying process is the partnerships they have. Nanette's with us now. And Nanette, who's your friend?
This is Adam Neff with Go Mortgage.
Now my friend Adam. Tell us what this partnership is all about.
Yeah, we're really here to assist home buyers, and really put their mind at ease when they close on a home. Everyone's heard inflation, rates are going up, but a lot of other volatility in the financial markets. So what we try to provide for home buyers purchasing an Epcon home is to know that when they close, the rate is fixed, the rate is locked for up to 12 months. And that way, no matter what happens in the market, they know what their payment is going to be.
So if someone hasn't heard of Go Mortgage, what is Go Mortgage?
Yeah, we're a local mortgage lender. We handle everything in-house, processing, underwriting, closing, funding. Everything is done in our office in the Easton area, and we've been in business for 26 years.
And you've been in partnership then for a long time with Epcon. And what does that mean to the residents? What have you heard back, Nanette?
Well, what I hear is a peace of mind, because we may go into contract, let's say right now, in June.
Right.
But we may close their home in December. Well, rates in June and rates in December can be different. It gives them that peace of mind to know my rate in June is going to be my rate in December. It's going to lock in.
Oh, I bet they love that. I mean, part of the confusion when you buy a home is these pieces and parts.
Yes.
It can just be overwhelming. So what's the feedback you get?
The feedback is really positive, and one of the questions we get a lot is, well, what if the market gets better? Even though it hasn't been so much, what if it does get better? And so we do offer what's called a float down option, meaning if from when you close to when you end up buying your home and settling and signing the paperwork and getting your keys, the market improves, we can float your rate down. So the good news for a consumer is they know what their payment's going to be. It's not going to go up. The only opportunity is if it were to get better.
Well, rates not going up, going down, that's a happy day.
I would certainly hope so. We all keep our fingers crossed every morning to wake up to good financial news.
Well, this is good news, and I know partnerships continue on, and we're going to meet the people from Mutual of Omaha next.
Yes, they have a great peace of mind program.
Perfect. Let's go do that. Nanette, I know Epcon's partners are very important. Tell us about the latest.
They are, and this is Anne-Marie Steeman from Mutual of Omaha Mortgage.
I'm going to have a chat with you, okay?
Awesome.
Let's talk about this incredible program that you have right now. What's it called?
It's called the Lifestyle Home Loan.
Okay.
And what it does is it allows folks 62 and better to purchase their beautiful Epcon home for a one-time payment and never have a monthly mortgage payment. You increase your purchasing power significantly.
Wow. So what do you have to pay out of pocket then?
It depends on the person's age and it averages about 55 to 60% of the purchase price, and they never have a payment, but they are still responsible for their property taxes, their homeowner's insurance, and their HOA.
Well, that doesn't seem like a lot, so that's okay, huh?
You can't rent for that, right?
No, you can't.
It's actually one of those things that sound too good to be true.
Okay.
So education is the key to learning how it works.
This seems like a really new idea or approach to this.
It is. It's fairly new.
Okay.
It actually was signed into law 13 years ago, but very few people know about it.
So tell us how it works exactly.
Well, you have to be 62 to qualify. It must be your primary residence, and the money they bring to closing must come from the liquidation of an asset, but it gives people lifestyle freedom and peace of mind in retirement to do other things with that money.
Oh, that's great. Now, what if you're not 62?
Well, if you're married to someone 62,
okay.
that's one way you can qualify,
okay.
Or you can plan for it.
Plan for it later.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
All right, so you do this and you find out more. I would think the best way to find out more about this is to talk to someone like you, correct?
Yes,
okay.
we get you all the facts, Shawn. We have exclusive Epcon seminars every Wednesday at 2 o'clock and 5:30 Eastern,
okay.
Zoom seminars, and you can register by going to epconlifestyleloan.com.
Say I want this. Say someone watching right now wants this. From start to finish, how quickly can this be done?
We can get you pre-approved the same day. First step is always to get the education. Second step is to get pre-approved and get into your beautiful new Epcon home.
What a great program.
Yes.
Well, to know it can happen that quickly, first I have to marry a 62-year-old, but I'd be happy to do that.
Yes.
It sounds like a great program. Anne-Marie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You know, Nanette, I get so much joy out of visiting you and talking about Epcon communities.
Sure.
There's just so much here to talk about.
There is, and it's always great to have you here to show off our beautiful homes.
It is beautiful, you don't lie.
No, we don't. We deliver on that promise, don't we?
Tell us all about Epcon communities and what's new, what's going on.
Okay, so we have a lot of exciting things going on. Last year we created a new floor plan called Providence, and it comes in at, gosh, over 3,000 square feet, almost up to 5 if you put the bonus suite on it. It's really magnificent. And then later this summer we're going to release some townhomes in our newest Hilliard community. So it's the first time that we'll be building townhomes in Columbus, Ohio. We've been building them in our Raleigh market, but we're bringing them to Columbus because we think that they're a great home and they meet the needs of a lot of our clients.
And you have more and more that you're offering within these homes now.
We do.
Let's talk about some of, like right here, this big open floor plan.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It
with
is.
The interior courtyard so that you always enjoy that light. You know, everything is really, I'd call an upgrade or a top grade. People are always surprised when they walk inside the door what the quality is of our homes, and they really are beautiful, from the finishes and the appliances to their big walk-in showers and optional spaces with dens and bonus suites, and they really do deliver a lot.
And the family can be welcomed here, whether it's your family or the kids now are coming back.
That's right.
And you feel like you aren't missing any points of interaction because it's laid out so nicely.
It is. There was really a focus on integrating space so that you had your great room, your kitchen, your dining area, everything flowed together. And that was one of the things we heard when we did all of our research, that they really wanted open, integrated space with lots of light.
The master
Yes,
Isn't
it phenomenal?
It is huge.
You kind of never want to leave it, do you?
Exactly.
You just get up in the morning, have your coffee, and evening, have your wine, just stay there.
It just has that little room off to the side.
Yes, yeah, the sitting room.
And then you have the ensuite, which is all state of the art.
Yes,
too.
yeah, with the walk-in showers, and often we'll create our showers at 0 entry, 0 threshold. So it doesn't matter whether you've just had knee surgery or hip surgery, or you just, you were just tired from riding your bike. You can make your way into the shower without any obstacles.
So when the family does come, you have a couple different bedroom options.
Yes, so we always have, every home comes with 2 bedrooms on the first floor, and then we can also do bonus suites, which usually adds a whole other living space with an additional bedroom, full bath.
I love that it's not cookie cutter. You can really design your own home.
Yeah. It's fun to walk into homes where residents are living in them, because they all look very different. From the outside they may look similar, but once you step through the door, they all look very different. They've really personalized them.
And life isn't just on the inside. I think we're going to go to the clubhouse.
We are.
And discuss what goes in around the community, right?
Lots of fun.
Okay.
Lots of activities.
I can't wait to see what goes on, and maybe a little pickleball later in the day.
Okay, that'll be fun.
This clubhouse is just mammoth.
Isn't it, Shawn? Yes.
It's decorated so nicely. It's beautiful.
It is.
Homey.
Very,
Yeah.
very. And it really is an extension of your home. When you live in the community, you have not just the home you purchase, but you have the clubhouse that comes with it. There's a fitness center here in the clubhouse. You can use the clubhouse whenever you like. They had a big event here over the weekend, a great big cookout. All the neighbors came. And you can rent it for private parties if you'd like.
You know what's so good about that? If you have a center point like a clubhouse in a community, you get to start to know people.
You do.
And sometimes, I know for me, over the years, you start to lose friends. You don't have them like you did in your 20s.
Right.
So this is a chance to regroup and meet new people.
It is. I think friendships are formed pretty easily here when you move into the neighborhood.
I'm sure. The other amenity that people must love is that a lot is taken care of for you.
It is. So your snow removal, your cutting your grass, you don't do any of that anymore. So all that time you get back, the time that you used to spend is now yours.
Come up here and meet your new friends.
That's right, that's right.
What about the pool?
Well, the pool is amazing. And there's pickleball and there's bocce ball, but do you want to go see the pool?
I'd love to go see the pool. Let's go do that. Oh, the water looks amazing.
Doesn't it? Very inviting.
This close to getting my bathing suit on.
I think you should.
I meant this close. No, but I know people can come out, check out the water, check out the community. Tell them all about the open house.
Yes, it's Saturday, June 25th and Sunday, June 26th. They can come and see our models, our clubhouse, and then we have homes that we have under construction that are actually for sale.
Okay.
And they can come that weekend in Columbus and
check it all out.
Exactly.
You know I have to put my toe in, right?
Oh,
that's nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not doing the bathing suit
yet. Okay. Next time?
We'll talk about it.
Okay, all right.
Thanks, Nanette, so much.
Thank you, Shawn. It's been great having you.
It's always fun to be with you.
Thanks.
You fired up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
Thanks for being here. Keep living your best life now and live happy, live well. Closed captioning provided by the Wesley Communities.